laboratory surgery, Ronnie. They didn't know what they were looking for. They were just looking. So when they did the drug screen finally, they found out that the baby had astronomical levels of Valium in her system. Astronomical. I don't know what that means, but that was the word that was used in several of the news articles that I looked at. Now, as soon as they found that out, they immediately removed the other children from their custody, and the baby was in ICU under protective custody. I am very glad to say that the baby has been released from the hospital, and all of them are currently in the care of CPS. Now, a few days after these allegations came out, the father went missing. Like, literally. His family could not find him. And he was gone for a couple days, and then he pops back up and says, "I'm sorry, I was overwhelmed. I had to go away to wrap my head around this. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know that any of this had happened." Yada, yada, yada. This is the Harris family, Tori. He said he had no idea that his wife was doing this. He had nothing to do with it. And he was literally calling his wife a psychotic bitch in one of the things I was looking at. So, yeah. And interestingly enough, one thing he said in one of the quotes was, "You win. You win." These are pics from her social media, which have now been deleted. All of their social media channels have been deleted from the internet. They're gone. You can't find any of them.
Do you need to take you a pain pill tonight?
Gina, right now, the baby is the only one that we are aware of that was done this way. The girl on the right is the 14-year-old daughter. She seems perfectly normal. As a matter of fact, her and the mom do TikTok dancing videos all the time. But all of them have been removed from this family's custody. All of them. Daisy's a year old. Daisy is a year old. This is her with Chase, James, and Ellie. Yes, they did lose custody. CPS took custody of all of the children. I do not know if the children are together. They have not made that public knowledge. I don't know. But they're also investigating this because the family raised $62,637. And the father is the person that made the GoFundMe, and he was also the benefactor from it. So all of the money went to him, which I'm sure they had a joint account, but he's the one in his name that started the GoFundMe. And they raised $62,000, which is not typical for a Munchausen by proxy case. So I don't know. With the way that social media has advanced and the way that things have gone, I think there needs to be another category. This is the Harris family. They are a social media family. They're on they were on all platforms documenting their family life and the medical issues of their child. Yes, 62,000 Australian dollars. The baby did not die. The mother was giving the baby Valium and was causing her to have crazy symptoms. And the baby had 2 brain surgeries before she was a year old because of the mother stating that something was wrong. And then come to find out, when the mother made a video saying that the baby had a brain tumor and that she was going to have tumors all over her body, one of the nurses who were caring for her started looking them up on social media, saw the video claiming that the baby had tumors and knew that wasn't true, so she immediately alerted CPS. Well, Robin, that's a good question because, like I said, my biggest question about this entire situation is why were no drug screening panels done prior to this baby going through 2 brain surgeries? Because now this baby has, you can't see it. I don't know if I can zoom it in enough. Look at the scar right there on that baby's forehead. And her head is bandaged from the most recent surgery that she had had. So now this poor little girl has put, well, I understand that parents put pressure on doctors. I get it. But this is what I also get. Doctors have they have an obligation to make sure that every single procedure and issue that they are treating for is necessary. And if they cannot handle that obligation, if they are that afraid of malpractice, then they don't need to be practicing as a doctor to begin with. Because that's the reason why healthcare is in the situation that it is now. And I do hold this, whoever these doctors are, I do hold them responsible. Yes, it is the mother's fault for doing this to begin with. But the doctors who performed these brain surgeries without testing this baby for anything and everything known to man prior to, that is also a problem. Jory, that's what we're just discussing. I don't understand it myself. How this baby was allowed to have 2 exploratory brain surgeries with them not doing any testing or any and every kind of testing. Welcome to the team, Blossom. To rule out everything. The baby was literally not moving. It was limp. There are some videos that are not online anymore where they're holding this baby and it literally looks like it is deceased. No, Sandy, they didn't. Both of the surgeries were documented as exploratory because they didn't know what they were looking for. I can't. Yeah, exploratory brain surgery. And not just 1, but 2? 2? I mean, one is bad enough, but doing it twice? They did do MRIs, and they couldn't see anything. They didn't see anything. And that's why they did the exploratory surgeries, because they saw nothing on any of the scans that would, present the symptoms that the child was having. The baby was less than a year old when both surgeries happened. She just turned a year old.
Without a sleeping pill. I know.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Mitzi. Brain surgeries are dangerous in the best of conditions. But when you're doing brain surgery on an infant, yeah, I don't care. Actually, The Observer, I'm going to upload this entire live to my Rumble channel. Yes, the baby is alive. She did survive. CPS was called in after the nurses found the mom's video, and CPS has removed all of the children from the custody of the parents, and the baby at that point was in ICU, but she has recovered at this point, and she has also been released from the hospital, and she is also in the custody of CPS. Jory, the mom, made a video telling her audience that the baby had a tumor in her brain, and that with her condition, she was going to have tumors all over her body. The husband is not still with the mom. This is another crazy one, y'all. Crazy. And I'm still researching this. I'm going to talk about this some more in the next few days, because there's several other things that I'm looking into right now. I'm looking into Soph. Well, maybe you should get a clue, because you're behind with the facts. The mom's channel is gone. They've deleted all of their social media. All symptoms are gone. Yep. No, TikTok didn't remove it. It's gone from all social media. But like I said, I'm going to do a deep dive on this in the next few days. I'm going to look up protocols in Australia, because I know they're going to differ from the U.S. And I'm going to try to figure out a lot of things that I have questions about. And then once I have all that information, I will do another live and do an update with more detailed information. What is my thoughts on the dad? Do I think he knew? I don't know. I don't know enough about them. I haven't looked at enough of their stuff to see. But somebody sent me a link. They have actually downloaded a lot of their videos, and I am going to watch them, and I'll have a better understanding of that relationship once I actually see how they interact and what the family life is like. Thank you, Susie. Well, I have a hard time believing that he didn't know either. I know the dad set up the GoFundMe. That's what I was just telling them. None of their stuff is still online. Now, some people there are several channels who have videos of theirs, who are like fan channels or whatever. but their own personal content is no longer up. None of their channels are. Like I said, somebody had sent me a link. They've downloaded a ton of their videos, and I am going to be watching those and catching up on. I just want to see how the family interacts and how this all progressed. And then once I've done all of that, then I'll do another live and update y'all and let you know specifics and what my thoughts are. I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention because I think it's important. Yeah, you know me. No stone left unturned. No, that's one thing I noticed in the video the mother made. No, not just no tears, but really no emotion. All right, y'all. Well, I am going to get off of here for now. If you haven't already, make sure to follow the channel. I have got to do some battles tonight to keep my status. So, I'm going to get off of here and then restart to do my battles. Thank you, everybody who was here. I appreciate your interest in this case. And I will see those of you who want to come around for the battles in just a bit.